Hello everyone. So welcome to this very brief tutorial on how to use Photopea, or some people call it Photopea, but Photopea is fine. So we're going to kind of go over how to quickly put a Polaroid template in here and set it up for inserting it in the yearbook. So when you come onto the site, it looks something like this. You will have ads on the side, but they typically don't get in the way. So you're going to start off with new project. And so kind of as always, you're going to give it a name. So I would call this maybe Polaroid, if I can spell right, Polaroid photos. For width and height, right now it's in px, which is pixels. We do not want that. We want to go to inches. So I always like to make it a basic size of width 8.5 inches and the height of 11. Okay. DPI is the same as image resolution. To make sure we have a nice solid image resolution, I would go anywhere from 250 to 300. I'm just going to go for the big old 300. Okay. And right now my background is white. I can set it to transparent if I want, or something else. I'm going to stick with white for now, keep it simple. Go to create, and this right here is my current page I'm working on. So the cool thing about Photopea is it actually works in the PSD format. If you girls remember from last year and the year before, I was a big stickler for always making sure you save your work as a PSD, a Photoshop document. And Photopea has kind of hacked the system and actually works in the PSD format as well, which is really, really helpful. So I'm going to just kind of go into Google Images real quick just to get some different settings. Okay, so I'm going to grab one template first. So I'm going to paste that in. And it's super duper tiny right now. So let's make that a little bigger with Control T and go boom, 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 like that. Okay, so this is my one solid image right now. So if I want to get rid of this middle section, you have some different options you can do. I'm just going to go here on the left-hand side, and you have very similar things to what Photoshop is. So over here, you have your lasso tool. Over here, you have your rectangular select tool, or also in here, you have object selection, quick selection, or magic wand. If I use my magic wand, you can click in here, and they're not as obvious as in Photoshop, but if you look, there are little lines suggesting it is selected. So I can click on my backspace button like that. And then to deselect, you're going to do Control D. And now to actually have a photo in there, I'm just going to again grab another photo I have from my desktop, kind of drag it in right there, like that. And so what I can do first is I can just sort of resize it to make sure I know it's going to be the basic sort of size I want it to be. And then move that layer down like that. And then if I want to, I can still kind of, make sure you're not on the select tool still. Make sure you're on your top move tool, and you can kind of move it around like that. So it's kind of a basic way of thinking about how to insert it in a one template format. However, let's say you have instead, like we mentioned yesterday, having a template of like 4 images, right? So I'm going to grab this and paste it in. So Control V, and again, do Control T to make it nice and big, like that, and go like bum, 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 bum. And you'll notice that as you're doing this, you can make them either wider or taller. Okay, so I'm just going to make them nice and big like this. Okay, and again, like last time, you can use your magic wand tool to select, make sure you're on that one layer. Use your magic wand tool to select the area you want to get rid of, and then backspace, 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 backspace. If it looks like nothing happened, that's because our background layer is also white, but we can make it invisible, and ooh la la, look at that. Now I can clearly see what's happening. So to get rid of my selection, I'm going to deselect. So I can, again, either go up to select, deselect, or Control D, like that. And just like last time, I'm going to just insert some images behind it. So I'm going to go grab, come on, grab that. And again, I like to sort of do a basic resize just on top, just so I kind of have a general idea of what it will look like. And sometimes you might have to stretch out a photo, and that's totally fine. And then you move it under there, like that. And then grab another photo, like that. And again, because if it's showing over there, we need to resize it. And again, these are just some random photos I have on my desktop, so there we go. And then grab one more photo for over here. Come on. Like that. And something else you can do as well is, as you're doing this, you can always even go on this top layer with the images, and you can always Control T, and you can always work on resizing the whole thing like that. Okay. And so let's say I had a fourth image and I put it in there. Let's say it all looks okay now. So if you want, you can use your crop tool right here to basically click around what you know that you want, like that. You can click on this little check mark. And then in terms of saving, if you know you still need to work on the image, you can go to File and save it as a PSD on your computer. And it'll be saved in your computer as a PSD. And you can always go to File and then Open. You can open that up. Let's say, though, if I'm all completely done with this image, again, pretend there's a fourth image in there, you can click on Export as JPEG. And then just make sure quality nice and high. All these settings are pretty good. You'll just click on Save, and then that's it. So I hope that helped. And again, any questions you may have about it, just let me know. Bye.